السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين حمدا كثيرا طيبا مباركا فيه، والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. أما بعد, today inshallah we will read surat ikhlas with explanation from tafsir imam ibnu katsir rahimahullah ta'ala, and we pray to Allah, may Allah accept it and bless us. Ameen Rabbal Alameen. And this is surah, actually it's very famous. I think all Muslim all over the world memorize this surah because this surah is very short, and the meaning in this surah is very impressive. Talk about our God, our Creator, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we tafsir now from Ibn Katsir rahimahullah ta'ala. The reason for the revelation of this surah and its virtues. Imam Ahmad rahimahullah ta'ala is one of big scholar, is one of the big four. We have Imam Abu Hanifa, we have Imam Malik, we have Imam Shafi'i, and the last is Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal. This Imam is from Iraq, from Baghdad, Iraq now. And he memorized Quran, he know the meanings of Quran very well, and he memorized Hadith. If we read the book Siyar Alam Nubala, this book written by Imam Al-Zahabi, mentioned there. One scholar asked his son, how many hadiths your father, your dad did memorize? How many hadiths your father memorized in his life? And his son's name is Abdullah ibn Ahmad bin Hanbal. He said 1,000,000, 1,000 is mean 1,000,000 hadiths. So all hadiths, authentic hadiths, and then weak hadiths, everything. All hadith Musa narrated by Tabi'in, follower of Sahaba, student of Sahaba, he memorized it too. So he can not only memorize hadith, but he know the meaning, and he can differ, and he can differ this is Sahih hadith, authentic or not authentic. He know everything, and he know the name of the chain of narrator in each hadith. So imagine about this is Imam. May Allah reward him the highest paradise. Firdaus A'la. Ameen Rabbal Alameen. So Imam Ahmad recorded from Ubay ibn Ka'b. Ubay ibn Ka'b is one of companion. This is very popular. He was very popular. He was from Medina Al-Munawwarah, now in Saudi Arabia. Yeah, he's Ansari is from Medina. He's from there, and he always supported Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And also he was a Qari. Qari means he was a reciter of Quran. He memorized Quran very well, and he can recite Quran very well. His recitation is amazing and perfect. It's very popular. This is one of big companions. Ubay ibn Ka'b radiyallahu anhu, may Allah pleased with him, that the idolater said to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, "O Muhammad, tell us the lineage of your Lord." So Allah revealed, so it's very clear here. The idolater said to Prophet, our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, tell us the lineage of your Lord. They want to know about the Allah. So Allah revealed, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Qul huwallahu ahad, Allahu samad, lam yalid wa lam yulad wa lam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. Say, He is Allah the one. Here is not mentioned in this hadith. Is not mentioned the meaning of samad, but it mentioned in another narration. So He is Allah the one, and He begets not, nor was he begotten. Begets not, give birth. And there is none comparable to him, similar what was recorded by Imam Tirmidhi. Imam Tirmidhi is very big scholar. This is muhaddis, know memorize Quran, memorize hadith, know everything about hadith, like Imam Ahmad, and has write the book Jami' al Sunnah Tirmidhi. Is very popular book, like Sahih Bukhari, Sahih Imam Muslim. Yeah, this is Imam. They heard from the teacher, if you know all hadith from Prophet Sallam, his teacher, from his teacher, from his teacher, and from Tabi'in, the student of companion and companions, heard all hadith from Prophet Muhammad Sallam. So because you know some people know, they think there is no ayah first in the Quran we must follow Sahih Bukhari, we must follow Sunan Tirmidhi and so on, because they don't know, you know, they don't know the chain of narrator. So they say because not mentioned in Al Quran, so we don't follow the Sunnah. Actually, if we check the history, you know, the history of this Imam, they learn from the teacher, the scholar, this scholar from, and learn from this his teacher, heard this hadith, you know, and his teacher heard from his teacher heard from his teacher, and then till the Tabi'in, the student of companions, and companions heard hadith from Prophet Muhammad. So the authentic, all hadith is authentic because they heard not if someone, you know, not heard from Prophet Sallam, not heard from his teacher, this hadith will, the grade of hadith will be weak. So it's very, you know, it's very strict to narrate the hadith of Prophet Sallam, because scholar of hadith always they check the name of the narrators. Who is this guy? We can trust him or not? He's maybe liar or not? They always check. So the scholar of the they keep the hadith from Prophet Muhammad Sallam. And then similar was quoted by Imam Tirmidhi and Ibnu Jari. Ibnu Jari is one of big scholar too. He is a mufassir and also muhaddis. Mufassir is mean he know Quran very well, memorize Quran and the meaning of Quran very well. And he wrote book. He has book tafsir Tabari. This popular book, like tafsir ibnu katsir too. So tafsir Tabari is more complete than tafsir katsir. So people, when they finish reading tafsir ibn katsir, they will move to tafsir Tabari or tafsir Qutubi, and they added in the narration that he say as-samad is one who does not give birth. So it's the meaning of samad is one who does not give birth, nor was he born, because there is nothing that is born except that he will die. So remember this, because there is nothing that is born except that he will die. Yeah, that's true. And there is nothing that dies except that it leaves behind inheritance. And indeed Allah does not die, and he does not leave behind any inheritance. This is the definition of the true God. The true God, Allah does not die, and he does not leave behind any inheritance. Walam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. The next ayah, the next verse, and there is no one comparable to him. This means that there is none similar to him, none equal to him, and there is nothing at all like him. Imam Ibn Hatim. So it's very clear the meaning, right? There is no one comparable to him. This is another definition of the God. The first definition is Allah is the one, and then the second one is as-samad, one who does not give birth, nor was he born, because there is nothing that is born except it will die. But later we will know another meaning of this as-samad. As-samad is the second verse here. Later we will get another meaning from another hadith or narration about the meaning based on mufassir, based on scholar of Al-Quran. What's the another meaning of as-samad? And the next definition of God is there is none comparable to him, like what we read before. So Imam ibn Hatim also recorded it, and Imam Tirmizi. Imam ibn Hatim, who is this Imam ibn Hatim? Imam Hatim is big scholar too. He was mufassir, and he was muhaddis. Mufassir means like I said before, know Quran, modest Quran, and know Quran very well. And he had tafsir too, tafsir Imam Abi Hatim Ar-Razi. Yeah, he was from a city. The city is close to this is a city located in Iran now. So it's from Iran. Like Imam Tirmizi, he was from Khorasan. Khorasan is in Termus, now located currently in Uzbekistan, like Imam Bukhari. Yeah, it seems like Imam Bukhari. Ibnu Jari and Imam Hatim is from the same country, Iran. Imam Ibnu Jarir al-Tabari from Iran too. So it's like Imam Ibn Abi Hatim. Imam Abi Hatim also recorded it, and Imam Tirmidhi rahimahullah ta'ala mentioned it as a mursal narration. Also is so based on Imam Tirmidhi, he said it as a mursal narration. Mursal narration is this hadith narrated by tabi'in. Tabi'ins mean the student of companions. So this hadith is not narrated by companions, but by tabi'in, according to Imam Tirmidhi rahimahullah ta'ala. Then Imam Tirmidhi said, and this is the most correct. The most correct. And now we read in next page. A hadith on its virtues. Imam Bukhari reported from Amrah binti Abdul Rahman. Amrah binti Abdul Rahman she was a student of Aisha radiallahu anha. So Aisha, the wife of Prophet Muhammad radiallahu, may Allah please with her, her student, and her name is Amrah binti Abdul Rahman. So Amrah learned from Aisha about the hadith from Prophet Muhammad sallallahu, because Aisha, she was a scholar, one of scholar, and he know many hadiths from Prophet sallallahu. He heard he heard hadiths from Prophet sallallahu, and he's the second companion. He's second after Abu Hurairah, the first companion narrates the most hadith, and Aisha the second one. So Amrah learned from Aisha radiallahu anha, learned hadith. So Amrah was popular, and she was popular, and she was big scholar from woman. So imagine she was a woman, and also at the same time she was a scholar. So many people at the time asked her about the hadith or about fatwa, about religion, because she was very smart and know many hadiths very well. So Abu Khari reported from Amrah binti Abdul Rahman. She was from Medina. I forgot to say. She was from Medina, and her grandfather, one of big companions from Ansar, from Medina city, who used to stay in the apartment of Aisha, the wife of the Prophet Muhammad. Then Aisha said, the Prophet sent a man as the commander of a war expedition, and he used to lead his companion in prayer
with a recitation of the Quran. And he would complete his recitation with the recitation of say, He is Allah. So he recite surat ikhlas. With the recitation of say, he say, after surat al-Fatihah, he finished al-Fatihah in prayer, and then he continue and recite surat al-Ikhlas. Say he is Allah, one. So when they return, they mention that to Prophet ﷺ. He said, and the people, the companions behind him, mentioned that to the Prophet, and he said, Saluhu li ay shay'in yasna'u dhalik. Ask him why does he do that. So they asked him, and he said, because it is the description of Rahman, Allah. Ar-Rahman is mean the most merciful, Allah, and I love to recite it. So the Prophet ﷺ said,
so because it's the description of Ar-Rahman and I love to recite it, so the Prophet Muhammad SAW said, Akhbiruhu anna Allah Ta'ala yuhibbu. Inform him that Allah the Most High loves him. MashaAllah. So that's just amazing. Because the reason he always recite Surah Al-Ikhlas, this is surah, because he loved this surah, I love to recite, then Prophet Muhammad SAW said, inform him that Allah the Most High loves him. This is how Bukhari recorded this hadith in his book of Tawheed, in Sahih Bukhari. And also Imam Muslim and Imam Nasa'i also recorded. So this is authentic hadith. Of course, because Imam Bukhari recorded in his book, and also Imam Muslim. And Imam Nasa'i also recorded in his book As-Salah, book of Salah praying. And Imam Bukhari recorded that Anas said, a man from the Ansar used to lead the people in prayer in the Masjid al-Quba. Whenever he began a surah in the recitation of the prayer that he was leading them, he would start by reciting, say, He is Allah. It's mean here, this man or these companions recited Surah Al-Ikhlas until He is Allah one, until he completed the entire surah. Then he would recite another surah along with it after it, and he used to do this in every rak'ah. So his companions spoke to him about this, saying, verily you begin the prayer with this surah, then you think that is not sufficient for you unless you recite another surah as well. So you should either recite it or leave it and recite another surah instead. The man replied, I will not leave it off. If you want me to continue leading you in prayer, I will do this. And if you all do not like it, I will leave you. I will stop leading you. They used to consider him to be of the best of them to lead them in prayer, and they did not want anyone else to lead them other than him. So when the Prophet Muhammad SAW came, they informed him of this information, and he said, Ya Fulan, ما يمنعك أن تفعل ما يأمرك به أصحابك وما حملك على لزوم هذه السورة في كل ركعة. And so, what prevents you from doing what your companions are commanding you to do, and what makes you adhere to the recitation of this surah in every rak'ah? The man said, verily I love it. It is same like the previous hadith said, same answer. Verily I love it. The Prophet Muhammad replied, Hubbuka iyaha adkhalakal jannah. Your love of it will cause you to enter paradise. Because you love this surah, then it will cause you to enter paradise. This hadith was recorded by Imam Bukhari with a disconnecting chain, but in the manner indicating his approval. Yes, this is authentic hadith. Yeah. titik hadis yani this hadis mu'allakan, ta'liqan, mu'allakan. And also Imam At-Tirmidhi said the same thing like Prophet Imam Bukhari said. Ta'liqan is mean disconnecting the chain of net. The chain is disconnected, but in the manner indicating is proof for this hadith is a proof or accepted. Because in another narration related by Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal in his book Al-Musnad, there Imam Muhammad bin Hanbal mentioned the chain of narrators, and the chain is connected. The chain in his book, and this hadith same, this hadith, the text like this hadith, the meaning like this hadith, and Muhammad recorded this hadith in his book Musnad, and the chain of narrator is connected, so this hadith is authentic. So I think this is enough for today. Inshallah we will continue this surah in other time, inshallah, and we hope Allah accept this accept our ibadah, our worship, and bless us and bless our life and everything, inshallah. Amin rabbal alamin. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا تقبل منا دعانا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. سبحانك اللهم بحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا والحمد لله رب العالمين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.